Good morning! We're here at the Ceran St. Vrain trailhead, and it's a beautiful morning. We're gonna go for Miller Rock today. It should be a pretty easy hike. I think we're looking at about 2.6 miles out with right around a 600-foot elevation gain. Starting off here at 626. Should be a great hike. I don't think we're going to encounter any snow. If there is any wind, we should be out of it because we're kind of tucked into the trees. We should get a nice payoff at the end because we are going to hike to the top of this little rock. So yeah, it should be pretty cool. I'm liking this trail. This is nice. I think we actually go downhill a little bit. That's right, now I'm starting to remember. This thing goes gradually downhill. I did a video on this hike a couple years ago, but I now have the GoPro, so I'm gonna have to redo it with the GoPro. But bears are the theme in this area. When you're driving up, you have to go through Jamestown. It's this tiny little town, but they've got like bear signs all over the place. And then when we did do this hike a couple years ago, pretty quickly into the hike, we ran into a backpack that had been ripped apart by a bear. Some camper left it out. Lots of these really pretty trees back here. I'm so glad that this area didn't burn, because there was a fire down here, the Left Hand Canyon fire. It's pretty sad. Driving in kind of near Boulder, you can actually see some burned houses, a lot of burned trees. Awesome right here. Cool. It is a beautiful morning. This is a great trail too. Got the water flowing by. It just smells really good. We're about 1.5 miles into the hike. So the split should be coming up here in about 4/10 or so. We've almost dropped down to about 8,000 feet, which means we're gonna have to go straight back up to about 8,640 up to the top of Miller Rock. I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now. This is the crux of the hike. Wow. Yeah, that's a good 25, 30 feet across. Actually, I shouldn't have called that the crux, because there's some pretty, I don't know, somewhat sketchy moves required to make it to the top of Miller Rock. So that's actually probably going to be the crux. And normally, I don't think you're going to have to deal with all that water. There just happens to be a lot right now. We're continuing to drop in elevation. I'm going to check the GPS real quick. And it says that we are at elevation of 8,079. At 1.9 miles into the hike, you reach this trail split, and it actually turns into the road right here. We have bottomed out at an elevation of about 8,020 feet. So from here, looks like we've got about 600 plus up to Miller Rock. This is one of those Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde hikes, where it starts off all nice and then it just gets evil about halfway through. I don't know how anybody would get a Jeep up this, or why you would even try. After coming up that real steep section of the road, we have arrived to a trail split, and the road keeps going off to the right there, which would be straight. It goes down the hill. That's not the way we want to go. We're going to split it off to the left and go up the hill. But yeah, there is a sign here, tucked away, leaned up against this tree. We have come up the majority of the elevation gain. We're floating along here at about 8,570 feet or so, which means we have less than 100 vertical feet to the very top of Miller Rock. We're real close now. And right about that moment where you're going, where in the heck is Miller Rock? You arrive at this road split, which is funny because every road out here is 252. And finally, I can see it. You don't see Miller Rock until the very end here. Oh, that is definitely it. Now we just need to climb to the top. And that's it, folks. That is Miller Rock. And we're not going to be able to climb this part. If I remember correctly, we have to hike around the backside. not sure if this is the way or not. Yep, I feel like that is the way. Yep, that is it. Nice. Remember earlier when I said that we were at the crux of the hike? Yeah, I was lying. That was not the crux of the hike. This is going to be the crux right here. But it's really not that bad. It looks worse than it is. Just want to come up right here on the side. Nice job. All right, guys, and we're up here. This is the summit of Miller Rock. All right, summit of Miller Rock, boom, got it. It's a little chilly up here. It's a little windy. Yeah, it's really not that great in this direction. All the good stuff is over here. Wow. Awesome shots of Audubon. We're sitting here trying to get out of the wind, and it is about 8:15 right now. I think we left up at like, what, 6:26? So I'm thinking that took us about an hour and 50 minutes or so. All right, guys, it's about 9:15, which means we've been sitting up there on the summit for about an hour, but the wind is really starting to pick up, so it's time to go. It's time to head on back. No, stay to your right still. Keep going that way. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Wasn't too bad at all. Uh-oh, got that on video. Hope you didn't do something to it. It does that all the time.
There's a blue rock.
Yep. Yep. We had a little bit of a knee bonk on the way down. Got a tiny bit of blood. And now for the fun part of trying to locate the correct road to take back down. We're gonna let you guys in on a little secret. And that was, we actually got lost the first time we did this. We went down the wrong way. If you notice my times that I give, it took incredibly long to get back. I'm like, okay, we're back at the trailhead. It's like 1 in the afternoon. That's because we went completely in the wrong direction. But we're not gonna do that today. We're gonna go the right way. It's not that you're gonna die out here or anything. There's highways close by, but I would suggest bringing a GPS, and I would check it on the way down just to make sure you start off in the right direction. We are now taking this the right way. We already made the mistake once out here, but you just want to hike back down to that little sign, take the hard left, and then this is going to be the way. We just have to come down this real crazy part of the road, and then we'll meet back with the water, take it the remaining 1.9 miles back upstream to the trailhead. And once again, I hate to bring this up on a beautiful hike, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on YouTube. I'm just not liking what YouTube's all about. So I have moved all of my content over to Odyssey.com. It's spelled ODYSEE.com. I hope you enjoyed that one. Until the next hike, y'all. Peace.